Dear parents, as this event is a career guidance, a career booster, enhancer program, we have two speakers among us. Mr. Ashraf Achoth, the top mathematician available in Qatar, a very down-to-earth person, and he is educationalist since more than 20 plus years. So he is a very good NLP motivational speaker also. First of all, I would like to request Mr. Ashraf Achoth to take this desk and give you the motivational part of that. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Kumar. A very good evening to all of you. Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Subrasad, the General Manager of askIITians, and my energy partner, Mr. Srikumar, ladies and gentlemen, my dear kids. I'm very happy because we had some obstacles when we planned to conduct this program. It was supposed to be yesterday, Thursday evening, we booked the hall, and all of a sudden, 3-4 days back, we got information that some ministry is coming in from India and this hall cannot be given outside as per the embassy rules. Then we had to postpone the program to Friday morning, and this thought was in our back of mind that if Friday morning everyone would like to sleep because that's the only free time to sleep, so people won't turn up. But today this attendance that motivates us a lot. Thank you so much for that. A mind is like a parachute. Who said it? Frank Zappa. He is not a psychologist or he is not a philosopher. He is a musician, American musician who died in 1993. I would like to continue it as an interactive session. So, why he said that a mind is like a parachute? What may be the logic behind it? What do you think? Mind is like a parachute. How mind can be like a parachute? It's a very famous quote. So it will be famous after today here also. It is because both don't work if not open. That's the logic he told. That's a continuation for that. You know about Robin Sharma. Who read Robin Sharma? Great motivator. With Indian origin but living in Canada, working in Canada. He wrote many books. One of his books is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Any one of you read it? If you haven't read it, you have to read it. Fantastic book, motivational book. In that book, the central characters are Julian and John, two famous advocates in Canada. Julian, he took 3 years leave, or we can say that he stopped his job. He is the most famous criminal lawyer in Canada, and he stopped his job. He left all his belongings. He had a Ferrari, he sold out it. He sold out everything, all the properties he had. And he went to India to have some ancient wisdom. 3 years he lived in Himalayas with monks. And he learned some new wisdom, and he is going back to Canada and meeting his friend John. It is the meeting in the house of John. The Julian is pouring milk to the cup and it's overflowing. John was amazed. What are you doing? Julian told, just like this, your mind also. It is full of your ideas, your own ideas. How can I put something in if you don't put it back, if you don't empty it, your glass, your cup? The same thing I have to say. We have to empty our mind. We have many beliefs about us, many beliefs about the studies, many beliefs for the students about the future. So just set aside these old things and let's have a conversation. You know, whom we can teach very easily. The process is hard to teach, but they will receive everything. Who is it? Kids, small kids, fantastic. Small kids, right? Their mind is empty. They will receive everything. But if you want to teach an elder, you know, the generation gap. Students know more than elders maybe. But when they say something to their parents or teachers, what they would say? I know that. They won't say, but that is there in back of their mind that they know that. But they will pretend to listen to that. Yeah, this is so nice. But nothing is going inside or overflowing. Just touching and overflowing because mind is full of his own ideas, her own ideas. So, I would request you to cut your age. If you are 14, make it 4 or 1, you can choose. If 52, make it 5 or 2 and sit here. Then you will get something from here. It's not from me, the knowledge is everywhere. Even small kid can teach you something. You know, I have been in teaching for more than 21 years. This is 22nd year. But I learned more things from my children. Many years I studied as every one of you in school and college and everywhere, conference, seminars. But experience taught me more like you. So everyone can teach everyone. Just be open. That's the thing we want. So if you are 52, make it 5 or 2, that's your choice. You have choice. So we elders, we tell our children that, why don't you study this? This is very easy now. Why don't you understand this? In one of the staff meetings recently, not this year or last year, some years back, one teacher told me, in physics, one student is asking a doubt which is very, very small. It is the conceptual or basic. Why he is so? So I did not answer that. Mathematics teacher tells. He doesn't know even the basic formula. You know, people, the students, they know. They know. Even if you know something, you may not be able to tell that. If I ask you very easy, evident, normal questions, fun questions, even if you don't know that, you may not be able to say that. So you might have many situations like this. Someone is asking you, who is the hero in 3 Idiots? It is there here. I know, but it's not coming. Right? You don't know American? You know better than anything. But why can't you say? That doesn't mean you don't know that. For exam also, if your mind is not okay, for that moment, if you are not free of some thoughts, you might be blank. You may not be able to score 20 out of 20, maybe 0 out of 20 you can. You are 25 out of 20 actually inside, but you may be 0 out of 20. So what's the point in blaming them, scolding them? Only support them. Give a good environment for that. So this movie actor name, maybe the next day, when you are around the table taking food. Yesterday you asked me no, I will tell you no. So unknowingly it is coming. You are not thinking of that. that is there in your subconscious mind. So subconscious mind works. So if you are doing things with the help of subconscious mind, it will work. For that, to improve that, there are many brain exercises. One thing is pattern detection exercises. You know, everything is in pattern. Mathematics. Mathematics scholars are there in front of me. Everything is in pattern. In music, if you get that pattern, then 50% is done. Then you don't have to work anything. Everywhere, not only in one case. So I'll give you one exercise. Everyone will support with me or involved in that, I hope. My boy, what's your name? Hemant. Okay. Where do you want to go in the vacation? India. When you go to India, tell me one thing you are going to take with you. It's fun actually. Yeah, tell me one thing which you want to go take with you. Only one thing.
From Qatar?
Yeah, from Qatar. Only one thing. Come on. See this. This is an example of what I said just now. Will you say that he doesn't know anything which he wants to take to India? Will you blame him? Will you scold him? This is not a drama. I never knew him. He has thousands of things in his mind, but it's not coming to that. It will not come to the finger if your subconscious mind doesn't help, if the environment doesn't support. So why you are torturing your children? So please continue. You have to tell one thing. One thing. Anyone?
Books.
Books. Very good. Excellent. So, books. Students, they don't want, children, they don't want one thing. They want tab only or computer only. They don't want book. But I appreciate Hemant for saying one thing, that is books. Very good. You know, if you are taking books to your home, to India back, you have to take some soap also with you. A soap box. A soap you have to take it. If you are taking soap with it, it's a pattern detection exercise. If you are taking soap along with you to India, you have to take surely one pen along with you. It's a pattern detection exercise. If you are taking a pen along with you, see, you are going to India. Some place, you know, you don't have food. So take some noodles along. So if you are taking, it goes on. So if I say that, then that won't be nice. So think and you find out. So this is what is happening. It's a very, very simple pattern detection exercise. Normally, when people are free, we continue to half an hour or 1 hour until the last person detects that. If someone doesn't identify that, that doesn't mean he has low IQ or high IQ. If someone gets that, that's that time, that point of time, his subconscious mind is working or something like that. But when you practice this kind of exercise, that will be very good. You know, if you don't work, if you don't give any work to your brain, that will dysfunction. You know? So everything is like that. So, as I told you, this kind of exercises, there are many books. We can, instead of giving gadgets to kill their time, you can buy some books and give your children to do something, some exercises like this, or to read more about what they are studying and all. This is what I told in the starting. If you don't work something, if you don't utilize your brain properly, very less percent we are utilizing it. If you are not giving any work to that, as cars and all, its function will go. You know, very simple things. Like in earlier times, I used to memorize many phone numbers. That time mobile phone was not. So people, when they ask the mobile phone number, any phone number, I used to say, that is there. Now we are not using. Even my phone number, if someone asks, I forget. I'll check it. Your second phone number, if someone asks, I will check and see. So why it is? Because we are not using. When I came to Qatar in 2003 time, I used to teach some Arabs. It was fun. You know, Indians are very good in calculation and all. Because in CBSE or Indian syllabus, all the syllabuses, calculation, it gives much importance. But here everything is in computer, calculator. So they don't give work for their mind. So while teaching, you know, small Qatari kids and all, they will say 25 plus 15. So immediately, naturally, I will say 40. MashaAllah! Mentally you are ready? 25 plus 15. So this is their thought. Why? They are fools? No, they are very good in other activities, but this one they don't work. They don't do this. So, if you don't do something, if you are keeping away from something, that function will go. It will start dysfunctioning. So, we have to take care of this. So, we have to give them exercises all the time. So, our children, they are lucky to have this kind of exercises every day. What is exercises? All the subject homeworks are exercises, provided they are doing that. So they are giving some work to their brain. Whatever work teacher gives, that's an exercise. That's fun actually. They have to take it as fun, not as a task. Then the things will happen. What is pulling the children back from working? You know, we know everything. That doesn't help you. Knowing everything will not help you. There are three things. One is awareness. To do anything, there are three things. You have to know about that. What you want to do. You need a planning. Everything should be there. Even if you have planning, you won't be able to do that. You know, I know that I have to go in the morning, 7 o'clock from my home. Maybe Friday, 7 o'clock, I have to go out, I have something. I know that, awareness is there. But I am keeping my alarm for 6 o'clock maybe. It rings at 6 o'clock, snooze. 6:15, again snooze. 6:30, again snooze. Time is there, no? 6:45. Now 15 minutes is the last time I have to get up and go. I'm getting up. What makes me get up at 6:45 and which is not helping me, the awareness that I have to go at 7 or I have to get up at 6, that awareness is not helping me at 6 o'clock. What's the problem? That's a permission from the heart, we say. Don't take it in word meaning. We call it permission from the heart. So that urgency should be there. Something should motivate us to do that. If that is not there, the awareness will not work. So from inside, that motivation should be there. So that leverage you can use. So that you have to create in your children. The third thing is the ability. Ability means how, if every day children are eating junk food or oily food, how they will get that ability. They will be tired every time. So make it once a week or something. You don't have to be a six-pack. At least family pack you avoid every day. So, if health they are taking care of, the third thing is done. So these three things we have to take care of to do anything in your life. So what's actually pulling back? That's what I started. Most students, they have the burden of their past in their mind. What happened in the previous exam? I got less mark and my father scolded me, or my mother tortured me, or my teacher said wrong about me in the class, he insulted me. So these things are there in my back of mind. That past, that burden, that baggage is there in my mind. if that is there, today also is gone. So we have to erase that past. So whatever is happened is happened. There is no failure, There is no failure. What is there? If there is no failure, what is there? Every day we are saying no, fail. What is there? Only learning. Only learning. We studied one more method which will not work. Okay? Good now. Only learning is there. If you get 80% marks, there is nothing to improve. 20 marks, it's very difficult. If you get 20% mark, 80% is there in front of me, I can improve more. You can be happy in every moment. It is how you see them. We cannot change the things around us. When we drive, traffic we cannot change. That's a must. So if we curse, oh, what is this? What is that? Nothing is going to happen. What we can change? We can change our attitude towards the traffic. Everything is like that. So there is feedback, there is learning, there is no failure at all. There is no failure. So past should not be a baggage to carry. If you are walking, carrying 100 kilograms in your shoulder and walking and walking and walking, you will be very tired. You cannot. You will fall down. We are making our children like that. The past baggage, when you scold your children for nothing, you can advise them. You can motivate them saying the future, about the future. But if you scold them, that baggage is there along with you, then your child cannot walk. Poor child, he cannot walk. So past is always troubling the children. The present is troubling the children. What is present is troubling the children? Now you have exam, what are you doing? He is studying. Don't disturb him. He is studying. Or after studying half an hour, he is taking a break. He is just sitting there. Okay. Then why are you disturbing him? He is recording everything. At least his unconscious brain or subconscious mind is recording everything. Don't disturb him that time. But if he is always in the gadget or mobile phone, take it back. Don't give it. So you can teach one thing to your children. So those who are sitting in front of me, children, you can use mobile phone for very important purpose. Better don't keep one for you. Maybe your moms or your father you can use. If we are using it, if at all in higher class or colleges we are using it for very important purpose, you are away from your parents, so you have to keep on mobile phone. So what you have to do, you keep half an hour for that or maximum 1 hour for that daily and stipulate that time. You will not every time open your fridge and is there anything to eat? WhatsApp, Facebook. Why? Keep it away. If something distraction is around you, you cannot study. Your mind will not function. You are a burden to your earth. If you want to leave some legacy to this earth after your death, practice now only. Every time opening this, checking this and that and saying hi or doing this and that will not help you. That will harm you. So two things you have to keep in mind. One day, for me or for Mr. Suprasagar or Mr. Srikumar or Mr. Ishfaq or Konak, we are teachers. Teachers may not be that much. We are always on mobile phone. We can't avoid that. Because WhatsApp we have to see, I have to follow up what is happening in the groups. I will be very silent, but I will be following up. And if anything is happening, I have to tell that particular person, this is the, Mr. Srikumar also, always is working with maybe 30 groups. Like jumping here and there. And he has to be there. There is no way out for us. That should be there along with us every time. But for children, why? Why they need this? So if at all they want it when they are in higher classes or colleges, they will use it like this. Half an hour or one hour, this time to this time. And you switch off, not switching off, you turn off all the alerts. if alert is there, that will disturb me. I don't keep any alert. When I am free, I am keeping it. Even many a times, vibration, even it is not. That's why when people are calling, I will not know that. So after 1 hour, I will call them back. No problem. Because that time, that will not disturb my things what I am doing. Otherwise, when I am preparing for this speech, to give a speech, if I am serious and sincere, I have to prepare for that one day back. So yesterday, when I am preparing 1 or 2 hours, I am writing many points, okay, and selecting from that what all should be done. That time, I kept my mobile phone even without vibration. So if alerts are not there, then that will not disturb you. So 2 things you keep in mind. Elders also, it is very good. So if your life or your job, your profession is not related to the mobile phone, you can keep it away. And you can give some time. Maybe elders, morning they half an hour, or afternoon half an hour, evening half an hour. Like this you can give. And only that time you will open it. And this alerts, nothing is there. When you are opening it in these 3 times, you will open it and you will reply. Then if anyone is annoyed, getting annoyed, you tell him. You tell him that my procedure is like this. So he also will think, okay, this is very good. I also will adopt this. So that my performance will be good, better. So this is how it is working. I tell you, I think I have done. I'll give you 4 habits for the children to attain your goal. 4 things you can say. One is, you need a goal in life, what you want to be. Maybe an IITian or a very good doctor. Any normal MBBS doctor, he has no value. You cannot walk in the street because doctors and engineers are there around. So that is the situation now. So if you are one outlier, like one extra person, then people will give you a job, they will respect you. So you may be an IITian or an NITian, or you can be and get into AIMS, or some dream will be there along with you. Maybe a very good accountant, very good, extraordinary. Any job you can. Maybe a motivator, maybe a lawyer, anything. So you can choose, you can have a goal in your mind. So having a goal, doing a goal, being a goal, there are 3 situations. Having a goal is normal. Everyone has his goal. Small kid also. Have you read Toto-chan? Toto-chan is a famous Chinese novel. Maybe one of the most read novels. This is in all languages, all the languages, even regional languages. So you have to find that book and read it, and you have to give your children. So Toto-chan is a child, and he is wishing from his very small baby onwards. Different things. When he sees a postman, he wants to be a postman because he is the hero in front of him. When he is a bus driver, he wants to be a bus driver. When he sees an engineer, he wants to be the engineer. So this is a goal, No use by this goal. So that is having a goal. Many people, they say, I have a goal. That's like this. So what is doing a goal? Doing a goal means working something for a goal. All successful people, extraordinary people in the world, they were not doers of goals. They were being a goal. When they decide in their mind, they behave like that. If you want to get into IIT, you behave like an IITian now. I have difference of opinion with about many leaders, maybe in India, outside India. But some presidents or some prime ministers, before becoming itself, they became that. That's why they became that. That's why they achieved their goal. They behave like that. There should be a congruence. Some people, they are going for maybe a chairmanship or prime ministership or something. But the body language don't say that. Then they cannot be That's the problem is occurring. Maybe very good person, good at heart, maybe useful, but if there is no congruence, that will never happen. That will never happen. Write it. So, be the goal. That is called being the goal. Now itself, when you go out of this seminar, before that you find out your purpose of your life. I will give you an exercise to find out your purpose of your life. You find out your purpose of your life and be that person from now onwards, that you acquire that personality. You know, people will say that eccentric or maybe something wrong. Let them say that's their problem, that's not your problem. You be like that, like you. What your inner mind says, you work like that. You are not disturbing anyone. You are not taking out the freedom of anyone. You are living your life, you are not living his life. You know, some problem should happen to you. Will anyone come to you to save you? No one will be there. I have been in many of the situations. When you are at a good stage, people are around you. When fruits are there in the tree, all the family members are there in the family. When I was very young, in my house, there were mango trees. So, I noticed all the remote, our big family, it was not small like what we say, nuclear form, it's not nuclear that type. So, all the remote family members, those who are related very remotely, also will be there at some particular point of time. When the children are coming, when mango is coming. So when fruits are coming out, people will be around you. When fruits are not given out, no one will be around you. So you have to live your own life. There is no one to live your life. So don't say that what he will think about it. Let him think that is his business. My business is my life. So be the goal. That's the first thing. Be the goal. The second thing is, this is in general. The first thing I told is in general. The other thing, for every small goals, you give some reward yourself. You reward yourself. You will think that how I can work these 5 hours or 12 hours, how can I work? People are going out and playing. People are in front of FIFA. How can I work? But you say yourself that I will work only till this for 5 days. After my exam, I will give myself a reward. I will go out, I will go for a movie. Or I will ask my father to give a treat. Or I will go out with my friends. So give a reward every time. I will read this book. What is your interest? I don't know. Different people, they have their own interest. So you give your own reward. That the one reward you are giving, you will not work for the other person. So that is the second thing you can follow. The third thing is you can utilize the power of the brains around you, help of the people around you. Like when you find your friends, you find good friends. You know, one friend is enough to spoil your life. So if you will feel that you are a hero when you walk with, when you do something, imitate something what your friend is doing. But that's only a feeling. That's a wrong feeling. You are not a hero. People are laughing at you. You know, two types of clowns are there in circus. One type of clown is, he is having that ability to make people laugh. Comedians, good comedians, we respect them. There is another type. Those who watch the circus, they know. In circus, if one very strong person is doing something, and behind one person will try to and fall down and people will laugh. That laughing is something different, with content. So that's what is happening around you. Don't mistake it as appreciating. So don't be a clown, be yourself. So when you choose your friend, choose a very good friend circle which is helping you. So that is the third thing you have to do. And you can utilize, you can study in a group and you can enhance your power. Then fourth thing is you have to take care of your health. That already we have spoken. Take care of your health. These are the four things you have to take in when you go out. One is be the goal. You don't aim just, you be the goal. Be that person you want to be now itself. The second is you keep some reward system. Then you use good friend circle for your life, for your success. Then fourth thing is you have to have a good health. So here I think I'm going lagging it. So the one important thing I want to do is I have to make you to find your purpose. Even elders can. There is no elder, I told you, your age is less than 10. So you all can involve in that and you can find out your purpose in your life. There are many things to be aligned in your life, in our life, to achieve our goal, to reach the course we want to be. One is, we always talk about our environment. We say, what is environment? My father died when I was young, so I can't do this thing. These are reasons. Environment people are saying. My house was very small. I didn't get a very good place to study. No secrecy was there. Different environmental problems they will say. Second is the behavior. I have this behavior problem. I can't fix it. I tried. I spoke to many people, many mentors were there, but I couldn't. So I can't. Third one is capability. My skills are not up to the mark. Skills are less. This is not my skill. Fourth one is beliefs. Your beliefs will pull you back and your belief will push you for success. That is belief. Then your values, then your identity, then the purpose in your mind. These are the things to be aligned. We will try to align these things. For that we have a small exercise. All of you will take part in this, and when you go out, you will find your purpose and you will start working at the moment itself. Working for your purpose. So that exercise we are going to start. So you can sit in a place only, and actually we have to stand and we have to do something, but you can learn it from here, and if you are much concentrated in it, you can do it, that exercise from here only in mind, and you can achieve it. So we can't blame about our environment. We have to find what is there in the environment, we have to change it. How to change it? Let's study. All of us will close our eyes. Please close your eyes, all of you. Sit comfortably. Sit comfortably. Shoulders up. Very straight, comfortably. We are not going to judge about anything. We are not going to analyze about anything. We are just meditating, or we are just digging what is inside, and we are repairing it, which is called neurological alignment. For our car, its mileage doesn't depend just on the parts. How it is aligned is very important. So, we are taking an audit of all the things I described just now. First, we are taking an audit of our environment. Our environment means maybe our relatives, maybe our friends, maybe those who are around us, maybe the physical things, tangible things around us. Just think of the environment around you. We are not analyzing it. Now, we are in the stage of environment. We are in the stage of environment. After taking the audit of environment, in our world we are taking a step back. We are taking a step back, and this is the place of behavior. When you get up in the morning, what's come to your mind? What's coming to your mind? What is around you? And how you behave to you? What is your response to that? That is called behavior. Towards the environment, towards the parents, towards the siblings, towards the teachers, towards the friends, how you are behaving back. How do you respond? We are not analyzing it, we are not justifying it, we are not judging it, we are just taking an audit of that. How I am responding to my situation, how I am responding to my environment. Already you are in that stage of auditing, taking audit of responses, behaviors. Now, after taking the audit of behavior, we are taking a step back. Take a step back, keeping the shoulder up, keeping the spines up. Now this is the place of your capabilities. This is the place of your capabilities. Just take an audit of your capabilities. Already we are in our capabilities. What are the skills I have? I am utilizing it or not? If I am utilizing, if I am not utilizing, it's not a problem at all. I am just taking an audit of that. What are the capabilities I have? Okay, I am using these skills, I am not using these skills. I have taken an audit of that. I can do this, I cannot do this. Now I am taking a step back. We all are taking a step back. And this is the place of our beliefs. What are our beliefs? And now we are thinking of our belief. What all I can do, what all I cannot do, what I can achieve, what I cannot achieve. I have goals, whether I will be able to achieve it. What's my belief? What's my belief about my society? What's my belief about the country? What's my belief about the parents? What's my belief about my friends? What's my belief about my future? Taking an audit of that, not analyzing, not criticizing me, just taking an audit of my beliefs and taking a step back. This is the place of values. What is my important value? What is important for me? Money is important. I'm doing everything for money. I'm doing everything for my family. I'm doing everything for my power. Am I doing everything for my pleasure? Do I want to please my surroundings, people? What's the value? What motivates me? What's the value behind what all I'm doing? Taking an audit of my values, I'm taking a step back. And this is the place of my identity. I have my religious identity. I have my national identity. I have my gender identity. But beyond all of this, I have something special in me. Something, every person is different. So what is special in me? What's my identity? What people are thinking about me? What everyone is thinking about me? What my friends are thinking about me? What parents are thinking about me? What I am, who I am? May who gone? Just taking an audit of my identity, I'm taking a step back. We all are taking a step back. Now, we are finding a purpose in our life. If I have a lot of money in my hand, now I am running for I am running for pleasure, I am running for time. But if I have everything with me, I have money, I have time, I have friends, I have people around me, I have power, everything is there with me, I can do anything. What's my purpose? What I want to do in this world? If you haven't finalized that, you find something now. You are finding it now. You're finding it now. Already you found it. You want to be a candlelight? You want to be a transformer? You want to be more educational centers? You want to help elderly people in your country? You want to work for the world? You want to work for the environment? Do you want to work for the animals or birds? Do you want to work for this world? What do you want to do? You are meeting your God, and He will give you whatever you want. What are you asking? What you want to be? What you want to do for this world? What you want to give back for this world? I have taken everything. Each moment I am taking something. I am breathing, and I have to give something back to this world. I have to give the rent of this world. How I will give? If this stops, my breathing stops, then I am not there. So I am taking everything each moment. Then why don't I give anything to the world? That's my duty. So I found out my pleasure. I found out my project. I found out my purpose of my life. This is what I want to do. Make a clear picture of that. You add everything, colors, sounds, make it a movie in your mind. Yes, you are living in that purpose. You will do this in your life. You have time with you, you have money with you, you have power with you, and people are helping you. Now you found your purpose. Keeping that purpose in your mind, very bright in your mind, that picture in your mind, take a step in front. And you are reaching in your identity, please. Forget your old identity, create new identity. To do this purpose, what identity you want to have? If your name is there in the dictionary, what should be written there? If you are leaving your legacy back, what should people should talk about you? You are not one person among many. You are a special person. And people are remembering you after your death also. How they are remembering? What's your identity? Are you a candlelight? Are you a transformer? Are you a public servant? Are you a social worker? You got your identity. You created new identity. So keeping the picture in your mind and having an identity, you are taking a step in front. And this is the place of your value. You create your values to achieve that purpose, to have that identity. What values should be created in your mind? What are the new set of values you are going to create in your mind? I will do this, I will not do this. I have some limit in my life, I will not cross it. So what are the values you are creating for you? Keeping the purpose bright in your mind and keeping the identity and the values in mind, you are taking one more step ahead. And this is the step of belief. All I can't, you are erasing and you are writing, I can. I can do much more things in my life. So you get a picture of that, I can. A possession is coming in front, writing, I can, I can. People are shouting, I can, I can. You are shouting, I can, I can. Already, you have that belief that you can do much more things. You can do much more things. Keeping the purpose in your mind, holding your identity, beliefs, and values, you are taking a step ahead. And that is the step of your capabilities. So, to have that purpose, to do that purpose, you need more capabilities, you have to utilize more of your capabilities, your skills. Now you're going to use all the skills that is there in your mind. You're finding more skills in your mind. And keeping the purpose in mind and having the identity, having the belief and values and knowing your capabilities and skills, you're going to the next step forward. And that's the place of your responses. That's your behavior. What's the new behavior you have to opt? We have to demolish our old behavior. How I have to behave to my surroundings. We have to be the God. I am the God now, and I am going to behave like that. I changed my behavior and I customized my behavior for my purpose. I have the purpose in my mind, bright, enlightened, and it is very shiny. and I'm taking one more step from the last step, and I am with my environment. The same environment is there. I thought this environment was helping me, but it is very helpful for me now. Because I have my purpose of my life. So to fulfill that, the same environment will be helping me, and I will utilize this environment. I don't blame, I don't curse my environment. I'll be finding the positive things from the environment. I'll behave positively towards that, and I will achieve my purpose. If you're comfortable, you can open your eyes. So this is called subconscious re-imprinting. So if you were involved in this fully, you are a good new person when you go out from here. Now, 1 hour, it's over, exact. So it's the ritual time. So we have some pledges for the kids and maybe elders also. All the teachers, all the students, everyone will say, in at least in mind, that every student is amazing. Every student is amazing. There is no weak student, only weak state of mind. In this weak state of mind, when you curse him, then his state of mind will be weaker and weaker. If you support him, if you motivate him, his state of mind will change, and you are supporting him to change his mind, and he becomes the bright student. So there is no weak student, only weak state of mind, and every child is amazing. And I believe that, you all believe that, whatever resource you want, that is there inside you. You don't have to take from outside. Everything is there inside. We just dig it and take it out. So from right now, we are going to dig it out, and we are going to utilize our things. One thing should be in your mind. If you want to do something new, if you want to get something new, everyone wants. If you want to get something new, you have to do something new. If you continue to do the same thing what you did yesterday, it will continue to get the same thing what you got yesterday. If you want to get something new, you want to start doing something new, keeping this mind, this point in mind. Let me go back. And I would request Mr. Subrat Sarkar to start his speeches. Thank you very much for